All right, after the castle, the rest gets divided into zones. I was in the old studio. I moved studios in June, and in the winter part, I was still in the old back studio where it was cold, and the paint wasn't really drying well. And at the same time, I was also looking at the artist Clifford Still and a lot of his work, and looking at really messing with a canvas that wasn't fully gessoed, wasn't fully prepared. And so on the right half of this painting here, in the yellow area and the white area, a lot of that is raw canvas. And looking at the light, you can see it. I'm also on this side of the painting using lots of inks. And this really big shaft of blue and the brown, which reminds me of a Clifford Still painting. I forget which one it was, but I don't know, I was looking at a lot of his art and looking at the way he did colors up and down. I begin to introduce this concept of the tree in the painting. In a lot of paintings in this show, you're going to see a lot of these trees. It really started here with this one. And I had just 2 pieces of wood. My studio's in a wood shop. And I had these 2 pieces of wood laying around that I thought looked like castles. And so I threw them on my studio floor for about 6 months. And every painting I did, I just dripped paint all over this board, knowing one day I'd use it. And then I did the painting and I thought, it needs a castle. Once I had the castle, I started thinking about the castle and the dividing into zones. I was listening to a podcast about early people moving throughout Asia, and that early civilizations, when they became agrarian, started dividing things into zones. Like, this is where the sheep will be, this is where the food will grow. So I wanted to kind of indicate that, but in a kind of like colonial way. We wind up with 2 figures down here in the bottom right. I think they're the bad guys. I think they're the people who are dividing things into zones and maybe taking things over. We'll see them in another painting across the hall here that shows up. Yep, after the castle, the rest gets divided into zones.